and welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars.
Hey guys, welcome back. Be sure to check out the show notes at the bottom of this recording because I usually have a lot of cute little tidbits along the way, and you also get to follow me on Instagram at Elizabeth Magical Garden. All the information will be down below. Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. I pray that everybody is well. I pray that everybody is in great spirits, guys. Happy Thursday. Woo! Okay, so basically it's fall. It's fall. Once September 1st comes around, you already know. Well, if you didn't know, you know now. I consider it to be fall. The weather, at this point, bring out the pumpkins, bring out the cinnamon apple. Right now, I'm actually having cinnamon apple tea, delish, and the aroma is to die for, like legit. Guys, this week has been, how can I say, a little colorful with a little bit of spice. And I think that everything is nice because I don't know what it is about the first week of September that has me kind of sort of spinning, not in a necessarily bad way, but also not in a necessarily good way as well. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like I mentioned last, I'm still trying to get myself together, guys. Guys, hold on. Okay, we are together. I got this new chair. Because my back, okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. But this week has been, I don't know, I just feel like maybe it's because school, I don't even have little kids. But I will say this, once September comes, I immediately feel like I have to straighten up, like whatever procrastination, whatever things that was calling my attention for a long time and I wasn't taking time to take heed, this is it. So it's pretty much, that's what's been going on with me. But I'm happy to say that we are progressing. We are moving. We're moving and shaking. I'm also making it a point to be easy on myself, not be so hard on myself, hence this morning, I knew that I was going to record a couple of episodes for you guys. And initially I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up early. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it was like, boo, you're moving a little slower than usual. And instead of getting into a space where I was like, oh my God, I should be, this far already and this, that, and third, I just chill. I allow myself to do the things, and for me, which is a great segue, I allowed myself to sit in front of my vanity and just get myself together. That's it. Have my coffee, black, no sugar, no milk. I love saying that. I'm just so proud of myself, guys, because I used to put so much stuff in my coffee. So black coffee on the right-hand side, okay? And I sit in front of my vanity and I just allow myself to love on myself. And for me, part of that is putting on my face, getting myself together, being presented, showing up for the day. I call it showing up for the day. One of the things that I learned when I stopped working a physical job, I realized how important it is to continue showing up for the day. And it does a lot. A lot of people, some people might disagree, but it's even scientific, especially when the pandemic hit, a lot of people were struggling separating the day from the night, like separating the work day from the regular day. A lot of people found themselves kind of in a little bit in confusion when it came to that, because people were working remotely. People still are. And, you know, kind of like rolling out the bed and just jumping into work, still having on their pajamas, still having on, you know, yesterday's news. And what a lot of researchers has found, a lot of people started having depression. It actually spilt over to their workload because, you know, they didn't feel like they were really at work. So I believe that, you know, they started seeing the difference where when people would actually change out their pajamas, put on, you know, a nice pair of clothes and sit at their desk, their posture would change, their ability to work efficiently was better. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what a little bit of zhuzh would do for the rest of your day. So that's something I don't care what time of the day. The only time I allow myself to overlook that is, it depends. Like if I went to the gym and I still do a little zhuzh, I'll put on my eyebrows. Put on a gym wig. Yes, a gym wig. I gotta be cute regardless. Like, it helps me work out better. Okay. I mean, call it what you want. It's all play for me. So what I wanted to discuss is, what does it mean to put on your face? Like, what does it mean? You know, especially for my girls out here, you know, especially for my girls with the longer tooths, if you know what I mean. You know, when you start to creep up in age, listen, unless you're receiving any type of cosmetic surgery, and even so, you're going to see we have, you know, and shout out to the cell phones. I mean, to our iPhones especially, that likes to, you know, give us the gift of memory, letting us see how we look, you know, in yonder. Like the other day, I seen a picture of myself. I think it was 2016, and I was like, my God, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Look at her skin. And it's not to say that I don't feel comfortable in my skin now, because thank God I do. Thank God. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm really humbly grateful for that. But with that being said, I see the difference, boo. Like, let's not even pretend like I do not see the difference, because I do. With that being said, what I didn't realize for myself when I turned 50 last year, I mean, I'm 51 now, but I hit a wall. I hit a wall in not in terms of like what, and I believe I mentioned that before, but I definitely hit a wall in terms of like how it's supposed to act, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to like anymore. Like, as if there is a script to life, like as if there's a script to aging. But I will go as far as to say there's a script that you create for yourself. There is not a one stop, one shop fit all. Okay, we'll run with that. That's not a thing. And this is why people are struggling mentally. I have had episodes of what I'm talking about. No one wants to be the odd man out, right? You want to fit in, you want to do the things, but yet fitting in causes you to deny parts of yourself. Let's just completely be honest, right? And with that, you know that you're not being yourself, and that's when everything starts to get dark. So when I was sitting, putting on my face, oh, and by the way, okay, if you are looking for any type of like new makeup and you just want to try, or maybe you might be even new to makeup, or you kind of bored with the makeup you have, because that's a thing too, instead of like spending all this money looking for a new foundation, because I'm very finicky when it comes to makeup, I came across the Maybelline, the foundation and the concealer. Now, I used Maybelline years ago. I'm talking about years ago, like when I only had drugstore money barely just to get like a couple of things to zhuzh my face. You know, nobody was buying Chanel at that time. Nobody was buying NARS at that time. Like nobody was doing that. Okay, we were trying to get the food on the table. But somebody that I follow, she is African American, and she's Caribbean, but you know what I mean. She's black, and she was putting on her makeup, and she showed the Maybelline, and I totally forgot about Maybelline. I was like, Maybelline, and I kind of like was like, oh, you know, because she is what I would say a fashionista, Karen Britt chick. You could check her out. She's on Instagram as well as YouTube. I love her. I just love her content. She's so down to earth. And yeah, check her out if you want to see who I'm talking about. Anyway, she mentioned that she used the Maybelline foundation and concealer. And I was just like, what? I was like, So you know what I did? I instantly went on Amazon because why not? Come on. Amazon is ruling. Amazon is basically king at this point. So I scurried to Amazon. I put it in my cart. You know, I found my shade, and I was like, you know, I estimated as much as I could. So, and I like my concealer to be lighter, right? I like a brighter under eye. So, and because I like to snatch it up, you know what I mean? I usually just dab a little in the inner corners, and then I thin it out going upwards, like kind of like in a wing motion. With that being said, I just received the package. I believe it was, yesterday. My packages came in, and that was one of the things in the box. So today was the first day I used it. What? So it's supposed to be an eraser. It has this felt top where you just screw, I don't know, you turn it, and then the makeup surfaces to the felt layer, and you just wipe. What I love about it, I love a couple of things about it, right? I did use the concealer. I never used the foundation. So this time I bought both. What I love about it is that, number one, you don't have to touch the makeup, because, you know, like you gotta put, like, you know, you're touching it, things get messy, you gotta use paper, wipe your hands, yada yada yada. We know makeup is messy. It's no getting around it for the most part. So I love that you could just like basically apply it, you know, without touching it. And it's literally like you are, like it said, you right before your eyes, you're erasing you're erasing, and it has SPF, so it's also a protective along whatever serums that you use as well, which, you know, we all want to prevent fine lines and wrinkles as much as we can. So there. But while I was using it, and I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, this is not this podcast is not sponsored, but, you know, I'm open to it. I really was like, oh my God, I forgot how good Maybelline is. And I feel like the shades that I got was just right on top. It made me look, because what I was using is a NARS. I love NARS. And I think with the shade I got with the Maybelline, I'm starting to think that I have to go up a shade, because that shade is a little dark. But, you know, I usually thin them out anyway. So, you know, whether you go lighter or darker, you can work around that. Anyway, while I was doing that, I started thinking to myself, because I was like, I'm not going to lie, I was feeling myself. I was like, I felt like I discovered a new pot of gold, if one would say. And I was thinking, I nerd out. I tend to go on the internet and start to ask like these like questions of why. You know, I always am curious on how the human mind is working. I don't know if it's a Gemini thing, but that has been an ongoing theme with myself. So I want to read something to you guys where I found it to be quite interesting. So I wrote down like, why is it good to wear makeup every day? So it says, makeup makes faces look more attractive by making them look more feminine and healthy. Okay, I agree with that. We think that this happens because makeup I can't even get that word out. Makeup manipulates visual features that are associated with whether a face is male or female and whether it is healthy or unhealthy. Interesting. So right then and there, I mean, obviously it's not really telling me anything I didn't know, but it's just interesting to hear it from a different perspective or somebody else's perspective. This is Google, so I guess this is off survey, I'm assuming. And this is why you see drag queens wearing that makeup, because they are contouring. I mean, the makeup is flawless. Like, honestly, they look better than women. It's crazy. But they are accentuating a feminine look, right? And this is why, if you think about it, we tend to feel more confident when we put on makeup. I know I do. We tend to feel just like it's like you transforming. It's not like you're transforming that wake up like regular degular look, right? Which is beautiful. The natural is always going to win for me, but there's something to be said about putting on some makeup. There's something to be said in terms of like, what does it do to your mind? Because guess what? We are visual creatures. This is why when we are mating, the first thing we want to do is put on some makeup, put on some hair. You know, you're selling yourself, basically. You're selling yourself to the world. But, you know, there is also, those that don't necessarily agree. Let me tell you from another perspective in terms of what people may think when you wear makeup. So it says, do we really need makeup? It is necessary only if you care about how people think of you. Many people choose to wear makeup for different reasons. Makeup can enhance one's appearance, boost confidence, and allow for creative expression. And this was, I guess, uploaded October 30th, 2023. So that's not far. That was last year. Interesting. So, I mean, come on. I'm not trying to be, whatever. I didn't make the rules, but sex sells. It is, it's just a fact. We love pretty things. We love cute things. The prettier, the better. The prettier, the more susceptible we are to what is behind whatever is offering from that pretty person, right? And this is why you would what do they still do that? I know they do that for like I guess halftime. I'm not a football person, but they'll have like Beyonce, Rihanna do the halftime, do the Pepsi commercials. These big brands, they understand, okay? They understand what sells. Now, this is not about right or wrong. When it says makeup is necessary only if you care about how people think of you. Now, I sat with that. I was like, because, I pride myself to like not care about what, too much what people think of me. And I had to see if I was really honest in that area. Now, I am not, how can I say, I don't allow people's thoughts to derail me from doing what I believe is good for me. I don't do that. That has been a gift from God, I believe. That I never, even when I was like in high school, I had all type of friends. Okay. 1 minute I'm like with the hipsters. Next minute I'm with the rock and rollers. Next one I'm with the gangsters. Like, I never felt like I had to change my appearance so much because I was always, how can you say, eclectic. eclectic in the things that I loved, and I'm still like that. I'm still like that, you know. So that area I was cool with, but let's just be perfectly honest. If you're sitting and you putting on some makeup and you getting yourself together and you spending all this money on these exterior type of things, I think it's safe to say that to a degree we all care about what the next person thinks of us. You know, everybody wants to get to wants to sit at the poplar table, you know. Even if you're not invited, it's like, oh, it seems like they're having fun over there. Can I play? Who doesn't want to play? I feel like makeup is about playing. I think that we make too much of a big deal for towards women for creating an illusion. Men do it all the time, don't they? They drive these fast, really nice cars. You mean to tell me that all those cars that these men are driving, they own it? No. They rent it, they're leasing, and that's okay, right? Because they're playing. That's their medium of choice. I don't think that they should be made to feel bad about it, right? There's a lot of grown men to this day, you know, after a hard day's work, what they want to do. They want to sit in front of a big screen TV and play a game. You know, and then we have a lot of women who say, oh, you know, he's a boy. He still like to play games. Again, we are all children. We are all still children deep down inside. And I don't think that it's fair for anyone to make anybody feel bad for the things that they like to do. Like I said, when I turned 50 last year, I found myself questioning whether or not I, you know, like was I supposed to like change things up? Was I supposed to like, you know, let my hair go gray? And I tried it, guys. I did. I sat with that for a while. If you are not new to my content, especially on YouTube, be sure to check out, oh, by the way, check out my vlogs. The vlogs are back. The vlogs are back and the vlogs are fire. So be sure to subscribe to the vlog channel. A new vlog goes live every Wednesday. So just saying, you want to be part of the fun and you want to hang out with me. I went through this whole shenanigans of whether or not I should color my hair, whether or not I should. I just felt like I don't even know where all this came from. All of a sudden, I found myself wanting to fit in the old table. What? Like what? And then we wonder why our mental health can be questioned, right? Who is making up these rules? Why do we feel like we have to fit in any type of way because of a gender or age? Like, what is that? Like, when did that start? That is so lame and boring. So anyway, that was short-lived, okay? Because when the grays started coming in, and let me tell you something, okay? To this day, I was just telling my mom the other day, I said to her, every time it's time for me to color my hair, I just feel like the grays are even more, like they're coming in like the Hulk at this point, okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm not ashamed of the gray. I'm 51. Of course I have gray hair. It's not, I mean, this is the processes of life. But am I ready to be rocking my gray hair? No. Who knows? Maybe never. My mother's 74 years old. I don't know if she would like me telling her age, but she good. She not even online. At least I don't think so. And she still colors her hair. My grandmother, okay, God bless her spirit. She was what age? I believe she was like 94. And she was a natural redhead. And let me tell you, she would pop on that red wig and no, like, excuse me, like if she had something to do. And I don't know where I got the notion where I had to like just do it. I got into this thing where I was like, I didn't want to automatically do what is expected of me, but who's making the rules? Who's making these rules? I still to this day don't understand why I felt that I had to fit in because I turned 50. You know, I think for me, what it was is that it's a whole nother landscape. When you turn 50, it does bring on a lot. Like, you're thinking about your mortality. There's a lot of things that's coming in, and you almost feel like you have to resign yourself. And all of a sudden now, don't even let me get into the health system, okay? You are bamboozled with do this, do that, do this. It's like, yo, back up. Let me take a breather. You know, I just feel like when you go and put yourself in a certain mindset, that's when all the things starts to happen to you, because you're resigning yourself to age, to basically where's the shovel? You know what I mean? Unbeknownst to you, might not think about it like that, but it's pretty much. And then you wonder why you're starting to have all these other things that's going on in your life and in your system. It's a mindset. Where the mind goes, the body follows. You have to be a fighter, right? My thing is, I am aging. Yes, that is good. You know, that means you're alive, but I am aging gracefully. And I'm going to always walk according to my own beat. And I suggest that you beat rhythm, okay? I suggest you do the same. So put on that lipstick, beat that face, put on that wig, or not. Do whatever oh my God, I can't make it out. Do whatever allows you to continue receiving the flame from within, basically, right? Because life is beautiful. Life is full of colors. When it's time for the spring, looking out, forget spring, fall. One of the beautiful things, other than the weather, because girl, I'm a woman of a certain age. You know, I got to say, if you hear the noise, that's the AC pumping. Because I try to act like I was gonna sit here without the AC and record this podcast for you guys. I said absolute the sweat. Okay, some things you don't get away from, but what I was going to say about the fall, one of the things I love about the fall is the colors. The leaves are gorgeous. The roughage on the floor, everything is so pretty. The burnt oranges, everything just looks so scrumptious. And why can't we do the same? Why can't, as life shows up, why can't we show up in our most authentic selves? There is no one stop fit all. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but you know what I mean? Like, there is no uniform to this life. Live your life, guys, in this lifetime. This is the only life that you have in this lifetime, because I do believe in reincarnation, but that's a whole nother podcast. Anyway, guys, I want to just, come by and just give you a little food for thought. Be sure to check out all the information down below. Again, subscribe to the vlog channel, because she's vlogging again. I love it. I love editing. I loved all the things that go with creating the vlog. So be sure to check that out. And most importantly, stay blessed, stay in peace, and stay empowered.
Hey guys, leave a comment, a review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there. And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.